So the second thing is, once you identify exactly what you're supposed to be doing, you don't have to just use your gift, but essentially be your gift, embody it, and have all the responsibilities that go along with that. And when I say don't just use your gift, be your gift, like for me, I'm a hairstylist and I'm good at creating nice hairstyles with my hands. My gift is being able to style hair. And in order for me not to just use my gift and be my gift, I don't want to just style hair. I want to change the way a woman looks at herself. So when she walks out the door, she has a little bit more confidence. She's a little extra spring in her step. For example, when I say be your gift, if you're a teacher, don't just teach. Look at what you do as you are molding the next generation. If you are a customer service representative, don't look at what you do. If that's what you're called to do, don't look at it as just answering phone calls, because you may be the best one, the best customer service rep in the whole place, but you're not just answering calls and getting people off the phone. You're helping solving problems for people who have problems. So in essence, again, be the gift that you are called to be, and don't just use your gift. Secondly, and aside for that, when I was thinking about gift, when I was thinking about some of the things that I wanted to share with you tonight, there's a scripture that your gift will make room for you, and it will put you in the presence of kings. And it was funny. It's like there was a literal meaning to that for me. I don't know if some people know that I did do business on the continent of Africa. And I was over there, and we were in Johannesburg, and we were at Mandela Square, which is a really, really nice shopping mall. And we were there to do business. We were selling exotic hair. We were opening a salon over there that was named after our brand. We were doing really good. And while we were shopping, one thing led to another. Somebody heard we were there, and we ended up on the rooftop at the restaurant, literally sitting with the king's son, the prince, and his two wives, telling them about hair of all things. Because it sounds crazy, but one of his brides wanted to have hair as a parting gift for the next wedding, because he was about to take on another wife or something. But truly, your gift makes room for you and will put you amongst kings. And it not always a literal king, but there are kings in your industry, kings in your community, kings just within the community in which you operate, you live, you work, that when you start operating your gift, it will cause attention to come to you, and you'll be able to utilize your gift to touch many more people, because it's not just for you. It's not a selfish thing. God doesn't give us these gifts for us to hold them to ourselves and use them just for selfish gains. Now, again, we are talking about decisions that I've had to make in order for me to boss up and truly live up to the pink boss. And the first one was to be the gift and not just use the gift. Be the gift that God intended me to be. The second point I want to make is, now that you should be able to pursue the gift. And when I say pursue the gift, that means to truly commit to the process of owning that gift, learning everything you can about it, being the best out there, and committing to the process that it takes to get there. Because just because you are gifted in an area, just because you're good at something, that doesn't mean it's always gonna be easy for you to just step out and start doing it. I naturally had abilities to style hair, but there are things I needed to learn, and skills I needed to hone, and knowledge I needed to gain by going to school and by going to advanced training classes. And the same goes for instance, I make it simple, like LeBron James or Kobe Bryant. Even Asia Wilson, she's from here in Colombia. We all know, and it's very public about how hard they train, how hard they go in when they get ready to compete, especially in the off season when they're not even playing the games. They work out super hard to get their bodies in the best possible physique and position to do what they're called to do. LeBron James, he has natural ability. He was drafted out of high school into the NBA, but he talks about, and we all know that he trains like ridiculously, and not even just his body. If you all see some of his commercials, he even trains his brain and how he thinks, and he meditates. Like, he really goes to he spares no expense in learning and honing his gift. So the second thing is to pursue it. Pursue what it is, the gift that you were intended to use and share, and commit to the process of whatever it takes for you to be able to master it. And then lastly is to share it. And when I say share it, I mean in the sense of, a lot of times, and I know for me, I can speak personally about me, there are times in which we dim our light because we don't want to cause too much commotion. We don't want to cause too much attention to ourselves. And in some places, I'll just be honest, there are some things that I didn't even turn on my light. You know, there are some things that I know that I'm naturally able to do that I have not yet even explored. That's part of my evolution. So I encourage everyone out there, especially those who know what you're supposed to be doing, when you know the assignment that you have, you know that there are voices and people assigned to what you have to say and what you have to teach, to share it. Don't just keep it to yourself. The same way that there were people that I looked up and learned from in the industry, there are people that look up to you and learn from you whether you see them or not. There are eyes always on you, one way or another. And it could just be somebody in your family. It could be somebody in your church. It could be somebody at your job. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's being ministered to. Your life is ministering to somebody. Some words that you say to somebody, you know, you have to be mindful of that. So very clearly, you know, those are the three things that, decisions that I've had to make, that in order for me to boss up and becoming the pink boss. Again, the first one was being the gift that God intended me to be. The second one was to pursue it and really commit to the process of what that meant in honing it. And then lastly, sharing it, not hiding it under a rock. I hope that gave somebody out there something. That was a little nugget for someone. This is the end of my Evolve with Jessica series. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. Dare to fly.